Tracy fans, stand by. Dick Tracy is on the air.
The makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, those two specially delicious quick energy cereals that are shot from guns, bring you Dick Tracy in another thrilling detective adventure. Have you noticed how specially good you feel, how full of life you are after a hearty, tasty breakfast of Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice? Well, that's because you're able to use the trigger-fast food energy of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice so soon after you eat them. You see, those two delicious cereals are actually shot from guns right in the Quaker plant. Just picture all those big guns being loaded with lots of nourishing, sun-ripened wheat and rice, then fired. Now, each grain of wheat and rice is exploded to 8 times its size. The tiny, hard-to-digest food cells are all unlocked, made specially easy to digest so that you get the trigger-fast food energy you need to be active, healthy, athletic like Dick Tracy much more quickly and easily. Thousands of wide-awake boys and girls and grown-ups have Quaker Puffed Wheat one day and then Quaker Puffed Rice the next day for variety. Try it. Ask Mother to get you a package of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice at the grocer's. And look for the store that displays the Dick Tracy headquarters sign. And be sure you have a pencil and paper ready for the secret code message in today's adventure. In our last episode, we heard how Umi Batik, the Egyptian high priest of the cult of Osiris, had been released from jail and had secretly set sail for his native land, carrying with him the Black Pearl of Osiris. Dick and Pat were there to see him off. And meanwhile, the Mogul, head of a society of art thieves who want the Black Pearl, and Dryden Small, his henchman, managed to evade the police. Returning to their apartment after seeing Batik underway, Tracy sat down to read a while, and Pat decided to go to bed. Pat walked into the bedroom, turned on the light, and discovered that Junior was missing.
I'll say there's something wrong, Dick. It's Junior. He's not here. He's gone.
What? Gone?
Yeah.
Let's see. His bed's been slept in. Look there, Pat. That chair's been knocked over. There's been a struggle here.
But who could have... Oh, Dick, what do you think?
I think that the Mogul and Dryden Small came here to find the Black Pearl. Failing to find it, they took Junior with them when they left.
Oh, but why? Why did they take Junior?
Well, Pat, they intend to use Junior to force me to give up the pearl. They don't know that the pearl is now on its way back to Egypt with Umi Batik.
Oh, we certainly succeeded in keeping Batik's departure secret. Too much of a secret, if you ask me, if it's going to endanger Junior.
We had no way of knowing that, Pat. Well, there don't seem to be any clues. If only we knew where they'd taken him.
Oh, we've got to work fast, Dick.
Pat, it's just possible that the Mogul may be using one of his old hideouts. One of those we've already uncovered. Come on.
Oh, but Dick, they wouldn't be likely to do a thing like that?
Yes, they would. For the very reason that we might think they wouldn't dare and neglect to investigate. Come on.
You're going to talk, my young friend, or it'll be the worse for you. You'd better tell us all you know.
I tell you, I don't know where the Black Pearl is.
You sure you don't know?
Yes, I'm sure. And if I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
Why, you impertinent... Let me handle this, Small. Now, look here. We're not playing. We're serious. We intend to get that Black Pearl, and we're going to stop at nothing. You know what I mean when I say that?
I don't know where the Black Pearl is.
Maybe he really doesn't know. But Tracy must know. Maybe you ought to stop questioning the boy and go to work on Tracy. All right, maybe we'll do just that. Untie the kid's hands. Now, young man, we have a little job for you to do.
What kind of a job are you talking about?
You're going to write a note for your friend Tracy. You're going to tell him it would be a very good idea for him to turn over the Black Pearl to us. That unless he does... Well, I think you understand me.
Yeah, I think I do. But I'm not going to write that note. So you don't need to bother to untie my hands.
You'll write that note, my young friend. And it might be a good idea to write it before I lose my patience. There. His hands are untied. There. Bring him over here to the desk and sit him down. All right, boy, come on. Now, here's some pen and paper. Write as I tell you. Dear Dick, I'm held prisoner.
Dick, I am held prisoner. Prisoner? Yeah, go on.
Prisoner by the Mogul and Dryden Small.
By the Mogul and Dryden Small.
They are forcing me to write this note.
Forcing me to write this note.
The Black Pearl must be turned over to the Mogul at once.
Black Pearl turned over Once.
If it is not, I'm told it will go badly with me.
Not. Oh, it will go badly with me.
Now sign it.
There. It's signed.
Just one moment. Let me see that note.
I wrote it just as you told me to.
But these numbers you've written between some of the words, what do they mean?
Those numbers? Why, well,
It's
they
a code,
don't.
obviously. After the word prisoner, there's a number. And there are numbers following along after every word. He's written them very small so we wouldn't see them too easy. This is a code, isn't it, my friend?
Yes, it's a code, all right. I thought I could get a message through to Tracy, but I couldn't get away with it. You're too clever for me to fool you.
Perhaps he's not as bright as we thought he was, Small. Trying to pull an obvious trick like that on us. Now, don't try any more tricks or you'll be sorry. Now, my young friend, you'll write this note to Mr. Tracy once again. This time without numbers.
Messages have been coming through all day on that car type. Still no clue to Junior's whereabouts.
Oh, I'm getting sick with worry over that kid. We don't hear something soon,
Oh, steady, Pat, steady. That's not helping, Junior. I'm just as anxious about him as you are, but it'll be a mistake for us to get panicky. We've got to keep ourselves under control. We're doing all we can. We can't do any more at the moment.
Mr. Tracy?
Yes?
Letter just came for you, sir. Brought by messenger.
Thanks. This may be something, Pat. Let's see. It is, Pat. It's a note from Junior.
Oh, good.
Look here. Dear Dick, I'm held prisoner. Prisoner. By the Mogul and Dryden Small. Black Pearl. If you don't give it to them, it'll be the worst.
Let me see that. Oh, a note they forced the boy to write, that's all it is. Where are they keeping him? How are we going to get to him? It doesn't help us at all.
I'm afraid it doesn't. It's a contact, anyway. Let me hold that note up to the light. I want to have a look at the watermark.
Here it is. Oh, Dick, are we wasting time?
Pat.
Yeah?
I think... Yes, I'm sure. We've got something.
Have you really, Dick? Is it a clue?
Right after the word prisoner. See that mark on the paper?
Oh, yes. It's as if someone had written something very hard on a piece of paper lying on top of that one. And the impression of lines came through the paper and were traced on that sheet, too.
Yes, Pat, that's exactly what happened. Don't you see? Junior tried to send us a message in code. He must have. But they discovered it, probably destroyed the top sheet, and forced him to rewrite the note on the next sheet of paper. Quick, give me the fingerprint powder.
What do you want with that?
If it'll bring out fingerprints, it'll bring out those marks on the paper. It's a message in code, Pat. And we've got to find out what it is.
Oh, Dick, I hope you're right. Here's the fingerprint powder.
All right, dust it over the paper. Quick.
Right. There you are.
Now then, blow it away. Look, Pat, look. I was right. Numbers between each word.
Right.
Now, let me see. Prisoner, 8, 18, 23, 16, 8, 13. We've got it, Pat. Get Sullivan on the phone. Order a squad of men.
Right there. Has there been any answer to the note we sent Tracy, Mogul? No, not yet. You'll probably reply by the way of the newspapers. That's the only medium we can use. Don't you think I ought to go out and have a look around? No, you can't do that. Someone's got to stay here with the boy, and I can't do it. I've got an appointment myself in 15 minutes. With whom? With number 1. Number 1? You're surprised, eh? Number 1 arrived from Europe this morning. He'll want an explanation about the Black Pearl. Well, I'm going now. Well, I'll go down with you and pick up the paper. No, you can't leave the boy alone in here. Besides, there's no use looking for the paper yet. Tracy couldn't get an ad in the paper till tomorrow morning. Oh, I can't sit here alone playing with my thumbs. The papers will help me pass the time. The boy will be all right until I get back. He's tied up and gagged, isn't he? All right. Come on. But you'd better get back here as quickly as you can. I will. And, oh, yes, don't forget to give my regards to number 1.
Well, my young friend, they seem to have tied you up rather neatly. Let me take that gag out of your mouth. Nasty things, gags. There you are.
Oh. Gee, thanks a lot. Say, who are you?
I come mysteriously, and I go mysteriously. I've come this time to help you escape from those who seek to hold you prisoner. We must be quick. The gentleman called Small may return at any moment. untie your hands.
I don't know who you are or how you got here. I sure am glad.
Yeah.
Thanks. Gosh, you sure are dressed in a queer way. Big black cape, what you're holding over your face, and a big black hat. Can't see your face at all. Who are you, huh?
Don't be too curious. Does it matter so much who I am so long as I help you? There. Your hands are unbound.
Thanks a lot.
Say, what's that? Police sirens. Ah, yes, they're searching the houses in this block looking for you.
And Dick got my note. He's come.
Yes, and quicker than I expected. The police must not find me here, especially Dick Tracy.
Well, who are you? Can't you tell me that?
Never mind who I am. All I want to do is to aid you and your friend, Dick Tracy. I go now as mysteriously as I came. Think of me as the unknown.
The unknown. Who is the unknown? And who, incidentally, is the person the Mogul spoke of as number one, the person with whom he had an appointment? Well, let's hope Dick finds out soon. But now let's get ready for today's meeting of the Dick Tracy Secret Service Patrol, brought to you by the makers of those delicious quick energy cereals, Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice. Be sure you have your pencil and paper ready for the secret code message, because here's Junior now.
The meeting will now come to order, Patrol members. Dick Tracy wants you to be expert at decoding messages, too. So I'm going to repeat today's message for you to decode.
All right, Junior, let's have it.
Okay, here it is. Prisoner, 8, 18, 23, 16, 8. 8, 13. I'll repeat that once more. Are you ready? It's prisoner, 8, 18, 23, 16, 8. 8, 13.
Now you can decode that with your secret Dick Tracy code book. And by the way, I want to tell you that if you want a Dick Tracy secret ring like Junior's, you better send for it right away. They're going like hotcakes.
I don't wonder, Mr. Quaker Man. It sure is a wonderful ring, isn't it?
It certainly is, and the fellows and girls are mighty lucky to get beautiful, heavy, gold-plated Dick Tracy secret rings free.
And with a secret compartment that you can keep secret messages in, too. Boy, I'm glad I've got one.
It's something to have a good picture of Dick Tracy, too, like the one on the ring.
I'll say it is.
So don't wait till it's too late, fellows and girls. Act now. Get your 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice box tops and mail them to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago, right away.
And remember, you can get a swell Dick Tracy bangle bracelet, too.
That's right. It's gold-plated, too, like the ring. And there are pictures of Dick Tracy and Junior and a lucky 4-leaf clover on the charms. It's the very latest, smartest things, girls. So mail 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice box tops for a Dick Tracy bangle bracelet or for a Dick Tracy secret ring to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago. Now, if you want both the secret ring and the bracelet, send 10 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice box tops. Enclose your name and address printed on a plain piece of paper and state whether you want the ring, the bracelet, or both. Shot from guns. That's the way Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, those 2 delicious quick energy cereals, are made to make them specially easy to digest. So be sure there's always some Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice in your pantry. Ask Mother to get some from the grocer.
Calling all adventure fans, calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by for another exciting Dick Tracy adventure tomorrow at this same time. That is all. Tracy is on the air.
Now, the makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, those two specially delicious quick energy cereals that are shot from guns, bring you another thrilling Dick Tracy adventure. Are you good at games, one of the best in your crowd? Or do you get left out of a lot of fun because you can't keep up with the rest of the crowd? Well, Dick Tracy wants you to be one of the best, one of those lucky boys or girls who's just as alive with trigger-fast energy as Dick Tracy is himself. And I know you want to be, too. And that's why you always hear the big guns on these thrilling Dick Tracy programs. They remind you to get the trigger-fast food energy you need from hearty, tempting breakfasts of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice every day. Those two delicious cereals really are shot from big guns, not just to make them look different and taste better than ordinary cereals, but to make them specially easy to digest, so that thousands of active boys and girls and grown-ups get lots of trigger-fast food energy every day in breakfast that tastes extra good. And remember, Mother's always glad, and so is Dad, when there's a big dish of crisp, delicious Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice for breakfast. So be sure to ask Mother to get some for all of you from the grocer. Yesterday, we heard how Junior had been taken prisoner by the Mogul and Dryden Small, members of a society of art thieves. Junior communicated with Dick Tracy through the special code. Tracy and his men arrived at the scene where Junior was held captive. But another person arrived first, a man wearing a large black hat and a large black cape with which he covered his face. This unknown person freed Junior and assured him that his only desire was to help him and Tracy.
You're free to go. Now I must leave you.
Say, wait a minute. Dick will want to thank you for what you've done. Don't go.
No, I must. The police mustn't find me here, especially Dick Tracy.
I don't understand. You've done me a good turn. Why should you be afraid of the police? And who are you?
I go as mysteriously as I came. Think of me as the unknown.
Gosh, now I wonder who he was. The unknown and call himself. Well, anyway, he helped me. If it hadn't been for him, I'd still be tied and gagged. He must be all right. Oh, gosh, they're looking for me. I gotta get out into the street. Hey, Dick! Dick!
Junior, are you all right, boy?
Yeah, sure, I'm fine,
Oh,
Dick.
thank heaven.
You got my message, didn't you?
Yes, we got your message. That's how we got here.
Well, so you found him, Dick.
Hello, Pat.
Hello, Junior. Talk about being pleased to see anybody. I'm certainly pleased to see you, boy.
Tell me, how did you get away from Small and the Mogul?
Oh, they left the place for a while, and they had me tied and gagged in another room. Well, I was trying to get Tracy when the door opened up. And in comes this fella dressed in a big black cape with a black hat and a wide brim. He untied me and set me free.
What did he look like, Junior?
Well, I don't know, Dick. He kept his face concealed behind the black cape. He said he was afraid to meet the police and that he had to go as mysteriously as he came. Those are his exact words. And he also said we could call him the Unknown.
The unknown?
Uh-huh.
Does it make sense to you, Dick?
No, not yet, I must confess.
Well, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have been able to get away. Oh, and Dick, before I forget it.
Yeah?
I could overhear a little of what Small and the Mogul were talking about in the next room. And I heard the Mogul say something about number 1 being in town.
Number 1, huh?
Uh-huh.
Pat, that convinces me I'm right.
About what?
About there being someone behind the Mogul. A power at the head of the ring of art treasure thieves. Number 1 must be that power.
Well, I hope you're right. But I wouldn't know whether you were or not. This thing is getting too deep for me. What was number 1, the Mogul, Dryden Small, and now this unknown. Dick, does it make sense to you?
Well, it's going to make sense by the time I'm through. I'm going to find out the relationship between this whole crew and their connection with the art treasure racket. There's only one thing to do, and we're going to get started on it right now.
Started doing what, Dick?
We're going to get in touch with every art dealer and every collector in town. We're going to find out where they've been buying their merchandise and from whom. It's going to mean a lot of detail work and a lot of digging. We're not going to let that discourage us. We're going to dig until we unearth the crooks and the power behind them. Hello, Pat. Any messages?
No, none at all. Where were you today?
Well, I've spent the day talking with art dealers and wealthy collectors. Those I could get to see, anyway.
Pick up any helpful information?
No, not yet, Pat. But I'm hoping to. It'll take a little time, of course. We'll have to examine a mass of data and go through a great many records. I had a very interesting interview with Mirzo Bredwick.
Mirzo Bredwick.
With a name like that, he ought to be interesting. Who is he?
Murdo Bredwick, Pat, is one of the world's leading recognized authorities on art. He's not only an authority on original works of art, but he possesses a remarkable knowledge of imitations that have been made and sold in the past few years. He promised to let me have a look at his files and to offer me his full cooperation. His assistance ought to prove invaluable.
Oh, I should think it would.
Any further reports on the Mogul and Dryden Small?
No, some of the boys waited for them for several hours near the house in which they kept Junior, but they didn't show up.
Too bad we had to rush that place. If we'd been able to make a quiet raid, we wouldn't have warned them and frightened them off.
Well, Junior's safety was all that mattered. At that moment, it was more important to rescue him than it was to trap Small and the Mogul. Hey, you seem to have something on your mind, Dick.
Yes, I have. You know, Pat, I can't get this unknown who freed Junior out of my mind.
Junior's description of him does make him out rather a queer bird. And the things he did and the things he said don't fit somehow. I mean, on one hand, he helps Junior escape from the Mogul and Dryden Small and tells Junior that all he wants to do is to help us. And then he runs away the moment he knows the police are on the scene.
Yes, that is inconsistent, isn't it? Wanting to help the police and at the same time obviously in fear of them. The unknown seems to know us, and I have a feeling that we know him. I'm going to be rather shocked when we find out who he is.
If we find out who he is. Can you make a guess as to who he is, Dick? Too bad Junior couldn't get a look at his face.
I haven't enough information at the moment to make a very accurate guess, so I won't make any.
The unknown, number one, all this mystery. This business of hunting people whose identity you don't know. I don't like it.
I don't either, much. But then, whether we like it or not, we've got a job to do. Unless I miss my guess, it's not going to be an easy job.
Hello? Yes? Oh, it's you, McGraw. Yes, this is Small. You say number one wants to see me? Oh, what's it about? It's not about that black pearl, is it? Because it wasn't my fault, you know. What? Oh, it's about something else. All right. Well, where do I go? I see. Number one sending a chauffeur to pick me up. All right. Yeah. He knows enough to be careful, doesn't he? The people are combing the city for us. All right. I wonder what number one wants to see me about. Number girl said it wasn't about the black pearl. What? I wonder who that could be. That chauffeur couldn't have got here that quickly. That's the knock, all right. Must be the chauffeur. No one else would know the signal. Just a moment. Coming. What?
Good evening, Dryden Small.
What?
I startled you?
Who are you?
You may call me the Unknown.
The unknown? How do you know the signal? What do you want?
I want you.
Well, I've done nothing. Nothing, I tell you.
Why do you turn so deathly white? Why do you tremble so? Is it possible that you are afraid of me?
You take that cape away from your face. Let me see who you are.
Never mind about that. You wouldn't know me anyway. I see you were preparing to go out. Excellent. We shall go out together.
Where to? Where do you want to take me?
Why be so curious, Dryden Small? We will be together, will we not? Surely my company will be a delight to you.
I don't know who you are, but you'd better get out of here. I've got a gun.
I do have a gun under my cape. I have had it pointed at you all the while we talked. Come. Do not hurt my feelings by refusing to accompany me. I may begin to resent it. You wouldn't want to stir up my resentment, Dryden Small, would you? Now, will you come quietly?
I'll come.
Of course you will. I knew you wouldn't want to hurt my feelings.
And that's the layout, as I see it, Pat. At the head of this huge ring of art thieves and art counterfeiters is a single controlling power. That sinister power is known to its confederates as number one. This ring, I'm convinced, is not limited to local operations. It's a gigantic, widespread international organization.
Hey, you make it sound like a man-sized job that's staring us in the face. However, I'm not going to be very much help to you. I haven't got your endurance, you know, and even you aren't a man of iron. Although I'll bet many a crook has learned to think so. Hey, what do you say? Let's go home.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Come on.
Well, I'm dead. How about stopping for a cup of coffee?
Fine, wait till I get my coat. All right, everything seems to be in order. Put that light out in there, will you, Pat?
Okay.
All right. Let's lock up and get going.
I thought we were through for the day. I hope this doesn't mean more trouble.
Well, trouble or not, we got to answer. Tracy speaking.
Hello, Mr. Tracy. I'm glad I caught you at your office.
Who is this? What can I do for you?
This is the unknown, Mr. Tracy.
Oh. Well, I'm indebted to you, I believe, for what you did last night for my ward, Dick Tracy, Jr.
Not at all. It was a great pleasure to me. I called to tell you that it would be best if you went to your home as quickly as possible.
My home? But...
There's a surprise waiting for you there. That's all I can say at this time. Goodbye.
Who was that?
The unknown. Come on, Pat, come on. We've got to get to the apartment as quickly as possible.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. But he said it would be a surprise.
That unknown promises to be something of a surprise himself, it seems to me.
Well, here we are. We'll know in a moment. Switch on the light, Pat.
I don't see anything.
No, nothing in here. Try the bedroom. Not a thing. Can't understand this. He said... Wait a minute. What was that?
Dick, there's someone in that closet.
Well, we'll soon know who or what it is.
Small. Dried and small, bound and gagged.
Yes. There's a note pinned to his coat.
What's it say?
It says, Pat, with the compliments of the unknown.
Who is the unknown? Do you know? And why does he help the police and yet run away from them? Who is number one? There are a lot of things we don't know yet. But now let's stand by for your Dick Tracy Secret Service Patrol meeting, brought to you again by the makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, those delicious cereals that are shot from guns to give you quick energy like Dick Tracy. All right, Junior.
The meeting will now come to order, patrol members. And the first thing I want to say is this. If you haven't sent for your Dick Tracy secret ring yet, do it right away before they're all gone.
If you could see the way the letters are pouring in for those secret rings, you would be amazed.
And if you see some other boy or girl wearing a Dick Tracy secret ring and then can't get one because they're all gone, you'll be mighty sorry.
It's really a beautiful ring, too. Your friends certainly envy you when you wear it. It's plated with 14-karat gold, and the big, handsome signet with Dick Tracy's picture on it is really a secret compartment for carrying secret messages and notes.
That's where Dick kept the Pearl of Osiris.
And I'll bet that's where you keep your girl's picture, Junior.
Oh, I haven't got a girl.
Well, that's too bad, because lots of boys do have a girl, and because now you could tell her how to get one of those smart new Dick Tracy bangle bracelets.
Yes, sir. I could help her get a Dick Tracy secret ring and a Dick Tracy bracelet, too.
Well, then it's too bad you're such a confirmed bachelor, Junior. Think what some girl is missing.
Oh, I don't know. Thousands of girls and boys are getting their swell Dick Tracy secret ring or Dick Tracy bangle bracelets free.
You're right. Now, here's all you do, boys and girls. Just tear the tops off 5 packages of Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice as soon as they're empty, and mail the 5 box tops to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago, for either the secret ring or the bangle bracelet. Enclose your name and address printed on a plain piece of paper, and be sure to state whether you want the Dick Tracy secret ring or the Dick Tracy bracelet or both. But be sure to send 5 Quaker Puffed Wheat or Quaker Puffed Rice box tops for each one to Dick Tracy, Box L, Chicago. Those big guns are busy making delicious, nourishing Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice for you. Eat some every day and send your box tops right away. Look for the store that displays the Dick Tracy headquarters sign. Ask Mother to get you some Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice from the grocer.
Calling all adventure fans, calling all Dick Tracy fans. Stand by for another exciting Dick Tracy adventure Monday at this same time. That is all. And now, Dick Tracy.
aside from the actual trees destroyed in forest fires, can you think of what else is destroyed? Well, fires destroy the life-giving qualities in the soil besides killing the seeds that would ordinarily grow into more trees. They kill the wildlife that's part of every forest, the birds, animals like deer, squirrels, rabbits, chipmunks, and many, many others. Think of it. If there were nothing but forests in the states of Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and Vermont, and all those forests were destroyed, there wouldn't be as much as was destroyed by fire in just the year 1943. No country, not even the United States, can afford to lose that much lumber. And 70% of the fires were caused by human carelessness. Now, here's what you can do to help prevent fires when you're out in the woods. After using a match, blow it out, break it in two, pinch the burnt end until you're sure it's dead. You can be certain the match will be harmless because you won't care to pinch a burnt end while it's still hot. And make sure you put out any fire you might build before you leave it. In this way, you'll do your part in conserving our forests. And now, Dick Tracy.
Nice enough. I walked out onto the center of the stage and called to the stage manager.
Vitamin.
I said to him, "Me good man, I know the line. What is the name of the play we are doing?"
Vitamin.
Yes, my love?
Tracy is asleep, dear.
Asleep? Gad, do you mean to say that I've been telling that story to myself all this time?
You didn't seem to mind, darling.
Oh, yes, I didn't, did I? What? Tracy, old man, wake up. Wake up. What's up?
You, Tracy. You've been asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. What time is it? 2:30, old man. Oh, good heavens. I've got an early conference with the fire commissioner in the morning. I've got to run. May I have my coat and hat, Vitamin? Of course, old man. I'll get it for you. Oh, well, I had a nice time at your party, Snowflake.
Oh, even if you did fall asleep.
Oh, I'm sorry, Snowflake. But that series of fires we've been having in the city lately has kept me going day and night. You see, we suspect they're more than accidents.
Here's your hat and coat, old fellow.
Oh, thanks, Vitamin. Well, you're a wonderful cook, Snowflake.
Oh.
Well, thanks again for asking me over to dinner. Good night. Oh, the telephone. Pardon me. This is the Flintheart apartment. Flintheart speaking.
Hi, Flint. Let me speak to Tracy, will you?
Why, Gravel Gertie.
Who'd you think it was, Greer Garson? Let me speak with Tracy. They told me he was at your flat.
Well, yes, he is Gertie. Hold on, I'll get him. It's for you, old man. Gravel Gertie. Here. Oh, thanks, Vitamin. Hello, Gertie.
Look, Tracy, I've been trying to call you ever since the big fire started.
Big fire? Where?
Over here on River Street, 101. Where all those warehouses is.
Well, how long has it been burning?
About a half hour, Tracy. It looks pretty bad. I got an idea everything ain't strictly on the up and up, see? You see, I'm worried that my junkyard will burn up and
Well, don't tell me about it over the phone. I'll be right over. Yes, I know there have been a great many fires down in the warehouse district, old man. But what makes you suspect foul play? Fires like that don't just happen, Vitamin. There's some reason behind all this. Did you hear that, Tracy? You must be getting close. Look at the sky up ahead, Vitamin. Gad, hadn't noticed. The fire mix is as bright as midday. Vitamin, 6 people have died since those fires started. I'd like to get my hands on the one who's causing them. Oh, I see, old man. Isn't that a woman standing in the middle of the street just ahead up there? Why, yes. It's Gravel Gertie. Stop the car, Vitamin. Gertie! Gravel Gertie!
Is that you, Tracy? I've been waiting here for you.
Oh, what is it, Gertie?
I think I got an idea about why them fires are being started, Tracy.
You have?
Yeah. You see that shack? Well, that's mine. And you see that yard piled high with scraps and junk? Well, that's also mine. Just read that there sign up there, will you?
Gravel Gertie, dealer in junk and factory scraps. I buy and sell anything. You're in business?
Yeah, Tracy. And I'm doing okay, see?
Factory scraps and junk.
What's the matter with it, Flinthead?
Nothing you told me, dear woman.
Then shut up. And stop making with the raised eyebrow department.
Well, what did you want to tell me, Gertie? I want to get over to the fire.
Well, some guy wants to get this here place away from me.
I can't understand why.
Look, Flint Brain, I told you before to shut up. Now you're going to do it, or will I have to give you a hit in the head?
Sorry. Well, come on, Gary. Tell us the story.
Well, this here guy comes around about a month ago when he asked me if I want to sell my lease. He wants to buy up the property around here, see?
Go on.
I tell him I ain't interested. And then he gets sore.
Yes?
First he offers more money. Then he starts making with the threats.
Well, what did he say? Like what?
Like he was going to have this here piece of property or else. That he needed it. Also, he says he needs some other property along the river here where the warehouses is, and he's going to get hold of that, too. That he had ways to get it.
I see. What's his name?
Now, wait now. I got his card here. Yeah, I got it in my pocket. Now, let me see. Oh, yeah, here it is.
J.P. Doom, Real Estate, 209 River Street. Why, that's only a block or two from here. J.P. Doom. I know that name.
I don't quite follow all this, old man. Do you suspect this Doom person of setting the fire?
I don't know yet, Vitamin. There's that possibility. He's a shady character, mixed up in politics.
What could he hope to gain by getting this property, old sleuth?
Boy, Flint, top of you, then. Look, there's been so many fires around this here neighborhood, you can't get insurance no more. Property owners is getting scared, so they sell out at this guy Doom's price. So he gets what he wants.
And what he wants is that river property. You know, Vitamin, there's a rumor afoot that the city is going to put the new superhighway through here.
Well, in that case, Doom will be able to name his own price and get it.
Are you going to the fire now, Tracy?
No, Gertie. We're going to investigate the office of J.P. Doom.
Come away from that window, Hotfoot. Stop watching that fire.
Not watching. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And it's mine. I made it.
You know, Doom, I think he enjoys watching them fires. We make more than the money you pay us to make them.
Listen, you. I don't want to hear you say that.
Well, why not? It's true, ain't it?
Don't say it. Suppose someone were to hear you.
At 3 o'clock in the morning in your office? Why, there ain't nobody in this here building at this hour.
Just the same, don't say it.
They'll never stop it. It'll burn and burn and burn until there's nothing left.
Listen, Hotfoot, you should never have come back here to my office. Suppose you've been seen.
Nobody ever sees me make my fires, Doom. I am an artist. The fires don't start till Gimmick and I are out of the neighborhood at least 1 hour.
Yeah. I gotta hand that to you, Hotfoot. You got the alibi angle worked out fine.
That's because I'm smart. Smart. Well, Doom, what next? What do we burn tomorrow night?
Nothing.
Nothing? But you...
We're laying low for a few weeks. The police have been snooping around this district like a pack of bloodhounds.
They'll never catch me. I'm too clever for them.
No, look, Hotfoot. I think Doom's right. Take it easy for a while till the heat's off.
Don't forget, Tracy's working on this case.
Tracy. I'd like to match wits with Dick Tracy.
Yeah? Well, I wouldn't.
Someone knocked.
Yeah. How did anyone know we was here? The light's out.
Not the light from my fire. It lights up the whole city.
He's trying to unlock the door. Who's there?
Open up in there.
Go in the other office. You can slip out the other door after he comes in here. Close the door quietly.
Right. Come on.
All right, I'm coming.
Yeah?
J.P. Doom?
Yeah. What do you mean by trying to break into my office?
I'm Dick Tracy of the police. I thought I saw some men come in here. Thought I'd investigate.
Oh. I see. Come in, Mr. Tracy. Come in.
Oh, thanks. Come in, Vitamin, and shut the door.
Right-ho, old sleuth. There's no one here but me, Mr. Tracy.
Rather late to be at your office, Mr. Doom, isn't it?
Well, yes, Mr. Tracy, but when I heard there was another fire down here, I came right over.
Like fires, Mr. Doom?
Like 'em? I know, Mr. Tracy. But you see, I own considerable property down here.
And you're trying to buy more?
Yeah. Anything criminal in that, Mr. Tracy?
Depends on the method you use, me fine fella. Vitamin. But Tracy, Gravel Gertie said he made threats.
Vitamin. Let me handle this.
Oh, yes, quite proceed, old man.
Well, Mr. Doom, you heard what Mr. Flintheart said.
I assure you, Mr. Tracy, I never threatened Gravel Gertie. I tried to purchase a lease, yes, but that's all.
Well, Mr. Doom, it's your word against hers. But I'm going to get to the bottom of this whole business.
Surely you don't suspect me of having anything to do with these terrible fires.
I don't know, Mr. Doom. I don't know yet. But I'm going to find out. Come on, Vitamin.
Right behind you, Tracy, old Tracer.
Oh, by the way, Doom.
Yeah?
Perhaps you've heard the rumor that the city is putting the new superhighway through that property you've been trying to buy up. Could that have anything to do with the fires?
Yeah. Gravel Gertie, huh? Who's there?
Don't get excited. It's that Hotfoot and Gimmick.
I thought you'd gone.
Hotfoot wanted to hear what Tracy had to say, so we'd listen.
It's just as well you didn't go, boys.
Oh, yeah?
Remember? I said no fires for a while?
Yeah.
Well, that's out.
I know. You want to get rid of Tracy, right?
Yeah. But first we've got to get rid of Gravel Gertie. It would be a most unfortunate accident if...
Her place would burn down. Yes.
It would be most unfortunate if her place would burn down. With her in it.
Let's return to Dick Tracy and the case of the Firebug murders.
Mess. And I'll never see my Nellie anymore. A man's work from sun to sun. A woman's work is never done. Ain't it the truth? Now, who can that be? At this time of night, too. Well, don't get in an uproar. I'm coming.
Oh, hello, Gertie.
Oh, Snowflake. Come on in, dearie. Come in. I wasn't expecting no visitors. You see, I was just about ready to hit the hay. Ain't this shack a mess?
Gertie, have you seen Vitamin this evening?
Vitamin? No. Him and Tracy was here last night, but
Then you haven't seen him.
Not tonight, I ain't. Tracy was around the neighborhood this afternoon, looking around, but your husband wasn't with him.
Oh, dear.
Well, what's the matter, dearie? Worried?
Went out after lunch to see his agent, he said. And here it is 11 o'clock at night, and I haven't heard a word from him.
Now, ain't that just like a man? Well, what made you think he was here?
He told me that he and Tracy had been here to see you last night.
And you think he's with Tracy tonight, huh?
I don't know, Gertie. I don't know. I tried to reach Tracy, but he wasn't at his office.
Hey, maybe that's him now. Just a minute, dearie. Yeah?
Hello, Gertie. Remember me?
Oh, remember? How could I forget my best customer? Come in.
Come on in, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Now, what can I do for you two gents? The regular order? 15 pounds of magnesia scrap?
Yeah, Gertie. That's right, huh, Hotfoot?
No, Gimmick. We want a double order tonight.
Double?
Yeah.
Okay. I got at least a ton of that stuff. Bought it from that small parts factory. Oh, I beg your pardon. This is Mrs. Flintheart. This is two customers of mine, Hotfoot and Gimmick.
How do you do?
How do you do?
I'll get the scraps for you. I got them back here.
Did you say Flintheart?
Yes. Do you know my husband?
No, Mrs. Flintheart.
We don't know him, Mrs. Flintheart, but, as a matter of fact, we nearly met him last night. Didn't we, Gimmick?
Yeah. Yeah, he was with Tracy.
Oh, you haven't seen him this evening.
No, lady, we ain't seen him, but we'd like to.
Oh. Fine gents, you are letting a lady lug a heavy box like this without trying to help her.
Oh, sorry, Gertie. Here, let Gimmick take that.
Yes.
Too late now. Well, there you saw it. 30 pounds of magnesia scrap. Now, that'll be, let me see now. 25 cents a pound. 4 goes into 15. Carry the 1. $6.35.
Okay, Gertie. Give her the money, Gimme.
Say, by the way, what do you use this here stuff for?
We treat this with special chemicals to set fires.
Oh, sure, to set fires. Why didn't I know? What?
Sure, Gertie. We set all the fires in this neighborhood.
Oh. Why, you dirty so-and-sos. I'm going out and call Dick Tracy on the payphone and tell him.
He ain't gonna go out and leave this here shack, Gertie.
He's got a gun.
That's right. Okay, Gimme. Tie him up.
Oh, you ain't gonna get away with this when I tell Dick Tracy.
You're not going to tell anyone anything again, Gertie. Because we're going to shut you up forever.
Oh.
Police headquarters, Tracy speaking.
Oh, Tracy, old man, found you at last. I've been trying to get you for the last 20 minutes.
Well, I just got back to my office, Vitamin. What is it?
Snowflake's not at the apartment.
What happened? She go home to Mother?
No, nothing like that. She thought I was with you and went out to find us. I've been with me theatrical agent all day. I forgot to call her and tell her.
Well, she'll be home soon, Vitamin. Good night. I'm going home and get some rest.
Wait a minute, Tracy. She's gone to Gravel Gertie's shack. Left me a note saying that.
Gravel Gertie's?
I'm worried, old man. Remember you told me last night that you were going to keep a watch on Gertie's place for fear J.P. Doom would try to get even with her for telling you...
About his threats. It completely slipped my mind. I've been so busy today.
Do you think there's any danger, old man?
I'm afraid maybe there is, Vitamin.
Well, what shall I do, Tracy? My poor dear wife is there.
Vitamin, meet me in front of your hotel in 5 minutes. We're going to Gravel Gertie's, and I hope we won't be too late.
No answer, old sleuth. Do you think she's home?
Well, there seems to be some sort of light inside.
Can't see anything through the window. It's too sooty.
Well, stand back, Vitamin. I'm going to crack that door open. Once more ought to do the trick.
Well, I don't see... Good heavens! Look, Tracy, Snowflake and Gertie bound and gagged. Oh, my darling little wife.
Get the gags off them, Vitamin. I'll put that candle out. We didn't get here a minute too soon. Those magnesium scraps would have caught fire, and then...
Hear me, love. Now you can speak.
Oh, Vitamin. Oh, yes, take the gag out of Gertie's mouth, Vitamin, darling.
Oh, yes, of course, me love. There.
Tracy, them rats was trying to kill us. They tied us up, then they was going to...
Wait a minute, Gertie. Wait a minute. Not so fast. Who tied you up and who wanted to kill you?
Them 2 rats, Hotfoot and Gimmick. They come in here and then they started...
Then they what, Gertie?
Oh.
Reach, Tracy.
That's them, Tracy.
No, don't turn around, Tracy. Just stand there and keep your hands up. That's right. Okay, Gimmick. Looks like we got 'em all.
Yeah, Doom won't have nothing to worry about now.
You see, Tracy, we were waiting across the street to see whether the women would be able to escape. Then we saw you and Flintheart drive up, and we couldn't pass up that golden opportunity, could we?
So it is J.P. Doom, eh?
That's right, Tracy. But now you'll never be able to bother him again. Or us either. Get his gun, Gimmick.
Right, Hotfoot.
Oh, sure. Now, you...
He's got hold of me, Hotfoot.
We'll stop that.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy, he's down.
Oh, dear.
Tracy thought he'd try something, did he? Okay, Gimmick. Now tie them all up good.
Yeah. You want the gags again?
No gags. They can yell all they want to now. It will all be over very soon. No one will hear them.
How is Tracy, my dear? I can't see him. They have me tied to this chair, and I'm facing the other way.
He's still unconscious, Vitamin. Tracy, please wake up, Tracy.
If I ever get out of this here place alive, I'm going to make them 2 rats rich they were never born.
The candle is rapidly running out. Or is it the sands of time?
Tracy.
That there candle's getting mighty low, close to that there magnesia.
Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his weary hour upon the stage, and then is heard
No more.
Ah, shut up. Ain't it bad enough to have to die? Do you have to make with a torture, too?
Why, me good woman, I was hoping.
Tracy, he's waking up.
Oh, my head.
Tracy.
Oh, where am I?
We're all here in Gertie's shack.
Tied up, waiting for the end, old man. What's that? In a moment, the candle will ignite the magnesium scraps, and then I've got to get these ropes off my hands.
Tracy, it's no use. We've been trying to get our own ropes off for the last 20 minutes while you were unconscious.
Yeah, can't be did, Tracy.
In my language, there's no such word as can't. It's impossible, old friend. Well, I certainly did a good job. We've got to get out of here before that candle burns. I've got it. Got what, old Houdini? I wonder if I can roll over to the candle.
Tracy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try to burn the ropes off my hands by holding them over the candle flame.
Good idea, Tracy. But careful with the candle. If it gets knocked over into them scraps, this place will go up so fast we won't know what happened.
I've got to take that chance. Got it yet, old Smoky? There. Now.
Oh, hurry, Tracy, hurry. The candle's so low. The stuff will catch fire in a minute.
Come on, burn through. Burn through. The ropes have got to burn through.
Why doesn't it burn? Why doesn't it burn? I thought you said the shack would burn down in about 20 minutes. What's taking so long?
It will. Don't be impatient. It should go up in about 30 seconds. Come over here to the back window of the office and see it happen.
No. I don't want to see it.
You come over here, Gimmick. Come on. It'll make quite a sight.
No, I don't want to see it either.
The candle is very short, and what a blaze it will make. The shack is full of oily waste rags and magnesium scraps. It'll be the biggest blaze I've ever set.
Come away from that office window. Someone might see you.
What are you so nervous about, Doom? You're getting everything just the way you want tonight. Tracy and the others out of the way. And now you're in the clear.
What about my conscience?
Conscience? Have you got a conscience?
Oh, no, now, cut it out. This ain't no time to argue. We all gotta hang together now. We're in pretty deep.
Hang together?
Yeah.
What an unpleasant way of putting it. But don't think you can get rid of us, J.P. We're going to stick around.
Hey, gosh, look at the sky.
Huh?
It's all lit up. The shack's caught fire.
Yes. Come on. Let's watch it from the window.
Yeah. Hey, look at it burn.
Well, that's the end of Dick Tracy, boys. He'll never bother us again.
All right. Hey,
Tracy.
Keep your hands up, Doom. You too, Hotfoot. Come on in, Vitamin. Right, old Fire Eater. Take their guns away while I keep them covered. Yes, Tracy, old man. What are you laughing at, Hotfoot?
I just remembered something, Tracy. Something very funny. You can take your hand out of your coat pocket. You haven't got a gun. We took it away from you.
Gad, discovered.
Now, you get your hands up, Tracy. I'm boss now.
Tracy, he's got your gun.
Hey, Hotfoot, he grabbed a chair. Look out!
Why, you...
Watch out, old man! Two down and one to go. Stop. I give up. Okay, Mr. Doom. Okay. Vitamin? Yes, old slugger. What a battle, old man. Hotfoot and Gimmick out in 2 punches. What a battle. All right, get on the phone, Vitamin. Call headquarters. Tell them to send a trap over here to pick up 3 rats. Righto! We did it again, didn't we, old gumshoe? Yes, I guess we did, Vitamin. The next time these boys come in contact with anything hot, it'll be the chair in the death house of the state prison.